something about that woman. I can't get her off my mind. No, y'all, can't get her off my mind. Don't wanna try, no, 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 'cause my baby's love. Oh, y'all, oh, she's everything. I got everything. Baby's everything to me.
Oh my God! I will not even ready.
Sometimes you meet somebody that just blows your mind. Yeah. Sometimes you don't know what to do, but you gotta go back to the sugar shack. Has anybody seen my lady? She stood about 5'5". She had a sexy little walking, the baddest thing alive. Listen, the woman that set me free, y'all. And I don't know what to do. Ooh, she was so sweet. I can't believe it's true. When she walks by, oh, what a shame. Long black hair and a coat bottle frame, yeah. Great big hips and a tiny little waist, y'all. Makes any man wanna get him a taste. Wanna go back to the sugar shack, where I met my baby. Yes, I did. But my lady's gone, and I'm all alone. So I gotta go back to the sugar shack. That girl done drove me crazy. Listen, oh, to my surprise, that sexy girl done turned me out, y'all. I finally done realized, yes, I did. Now I don't know just where she be, no, no. And I don't know what she do, 'cause ooh, she should be with me, y'all. Don't make me find somebody new, no, no, no. She walks by, oh, what a shame. Long black hair and a coat bottle frame, y'all. Great big hips and a tiny little waist, yeah. Making a man wanna get him a taste. Wanna go back to the sugar shack. That's where I met my lady. Yes, I did. My lady's gone, and I'm all alone. So I gotta go back to the sugar shack. Y'all help me now. I'm going back, yeah, yeah. Sugar shack. Yeah. Oh, come on now. She walks by, oh, what a shame. Long black hair and a coat bottle frame, yeah. Great big hips and a tiny little waist. Makes it a man wanna get him a taste. I gotta go back to the sugar shack, yeah. That's where I met my baby. Yes, I did. Now lady's gone, and I'm all alone. So I gotta go back to the sugar shack. I gotta find my baby to the sugar shack. Oh, yeah. I gotta find that girl. Oh, sugar shack. Oh. Good sugar shack. To the sugar shack. I gotta find that baby to the sugar shack. Do. Oh, yeah. Take on back to the sugar shack. Yes, I do that to the sugar shack. I gotta find that woman to the sugar shack. Yeah. I gotta find that girl to the sugar shack.
Right.
There you go. You were just hearing the Klass band Brotherhood and their new single, Sugar Shack, off the album Out of the Shadow of Soul, and we have got some of the members of the band with us tonight to discuss the album and discuss some upcoming events and just discuss what's going on with the Klass band Brotherhood. And we've got Nelson Curry, Wayne Bowman, and Alan Curry. A couple of the other members are in studio with us, and we'll probably drag them up here and introduce you to them before this is over as well. But I guess let's start with you, Nelson. You guys have been performing, you said, in some rhyme or reason, I guess, some form or fashion since you were in your teenage years.
Since
right?
we were boys.
Yeah.
We've been together forever. I mean, we call it, the band was originally just a Klass band.
Yeah.
And we did a fundraiser for a friend of ours that passed away last year. Yeah. And on stage, we just had the epiphany to do it again. Mm-hmm. Right. Do it and keep his memory alive by keeping the band alive. So we all have this brotherhood. That's what we consider it. Yeah. So we tagged the name Brotherhood on.
And you're from the area, but from all over the area, Augusta, North Augusta.
Right.
And I know you and Alan on the far side are cousins. First cousins. How did everybody else meet? Just through music?
Just through music and growing up in the same neighborhood.
High school.
High school. Yeah, one guy knew another guy who could play spoons, another guy played bagpipes and things, so we got together.
Now, Wayne, how long have you been involved with the guys? Since teenage years as well?
Teenage years, we go way back. I was going to Midland Valley High School, and these guys were going to North Augusta High.
Yeah, okay.
And he knew someone who knew someone who knew someone. And, we just
because if you go to North Augusta and your last name Curry, you pretty much know everybody.
Yeah, you pretty much know
Trust
everybody.
me, the Currys. Yeah. I know Tyrone Curry.
You're right.
I know a bunch of the Currys.
There's a lot of them.
A lot of good athletes.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Yes, as you can tell from my build, I
hear you. Well, tell us Alan, what does everybody do? What's your specialty with the band?
I'm the keys.
Background
vocals.
I play keyboards, background vocals.
All right.
And I'm the lead vocalist.
The lead vocalist. Yeah. He came on the set saying he was very shy. Completely hard to believe.
Very shy.
You've got a couple other members that I mentioned here. We've got Derek Thomas and also Curtis Knight. What do they do for you?
Derek is our electronic percussionist, pad guy.
Curtis, which you have to have.
You gotta have
that.
Yeah. And we have Curtis Knight as the bass guitar player. We also have Paisley Gordon, who's the guitar player. He's not here today. Yeah. And that's when we're on the road. And we also
because you guys expand a little bit when you travel.
Right.
Yes, we do. I mean, we've been, Alabama, Louisiana, up in the Myrtle Beach area, all those places. They're really, taken to the song. Yeah.
Right.
Because in certain areas it's considered like beach music, shag music. Yeah. And Alabama and places like that, and here it's considered Southern soul.
Yeah, I was going to say it's kind of a fusion of a couple of different sounds like.
Right. Everybody can like it. There's something on the album. We wanted to bring back that old soul sound.
Yeah, with a little funk with it. With a little funk.
I was a little bit of funk. Who would you say, Alan? Who would you say you guys sort of, if there's a band out there, maybe a couple of bands, who would you say y'all are sort of similar to?
Oh goodness. Well, The Time is probably the first one that come to mind.
All right, there you go.
And,
Morris Day, and
that stage show.
And they say that a lot because we grew up playing that type of stuff.
Right.
And we always wear suits whenever we play.
Looking sharp, that's right.
Thank you so much.
You got to do it.
And we're doing a tribute to the Time and Prince this weekend, as a matter of
Sky
fact.
City.
Sky City.
Right. That's a great venue too, and it's good to see. And I know that we've got a few places downtown. Downtown has been revitalized a little bit. And there are some great places down there, Soul Bar, Sky City, and good folks down there like I know Coco Rubio and some of the folks down there. They're really keeping the old, I'd say the old music, the music I grew up on, keeping it alive.
Good music.
We all grew up on, right?
Wonderful.
That's right. So, and, if you want to use this record and do some aerobics, anything, that's what I've been doing.
Well, you can tell from my build I do a lot of aerobics.
Hey, we're together on it.
Don't we all?
We're together with that.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Exactly.
go. So how many, you've got the album, and we're going to tell everybody how they can get it and all that in just a moment, but how'd you come up with the name? Wayne, I want to go to you on this. Out of the Shadow of Soul. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, just a concept we had, thinking of something different. We wanted to portray something different and not just a normal thing. So, we wanted to come out of the shadows and get into this soul thing that was just, the music business just seemed to lack at this point. And we was like, we need something, man, that's just a tad bit different. We're going to combine some things and work some things, and Sugar Shack came out. Yeah. And so.
And you're telling me that the Pyramid Music and some of the local folks are having a hard time keeping it on the shelf.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Flash is always selling out.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful.
And, and we got people like, Minnesota Fats. When we took him to record,
Yeah.
Fats is a good guy as
Yeah.
far as testing some things out.
Sure.
'Cause he'll
Right.
tell you the truth.
Yeah.
And when we took it to Fats said, you know what, man, I'm going to play this on Way Back Wednesday.
Yeah.
And, I thought, okay, whatever. It's not finished yet.
Yeah.
And we got up the next morning, and he was playing it. So we
Yeah.
had to hurry up and go and finish it at that point. But,
That's great.
But when we get, getting support from people like that,
Right.
being able to come on shows like this
Right.
and tell people in the area that, really, if you have a dream about something or you can dream it, things can happen.
It can
because
happen.
This thing is happening for us the second time around.
Well, I was going to say, Alan, what's that
Yeah.
like? Yeah, because at one point, I guess you probably thought, well, I gave it a good run. I enjoy doing music, but that's probably and now all of a sudden you got a song out that seems like you got a hit on your hands.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, we did it the first time. Went to California, shot a video out there, and doing the R&B thing. But this blues thing is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
I mean, we really love it. The songs and stuff come so easy, and we just the second time around is basically the charm, as they say.
And another great thing about it, it seems, in this day and age, and I guess it's because of the social networking and the computers and everything is out.
Right.
It doesn't really matter if you got a hit song. You might hear it on 4 or 5 different radio stations or different
Exactly.
types of
Right. Right.
genres of music. It doesn't matter if it's a hit; they'll play it.
That's
Right.
right.
That's right.
Yeah, because we're number 3 on the American Blues Network.
And number 4 on the
On
beach
the
music.
beach charts, we're like number 4 or 5.
How many people
And,
have ever been on the Blues and Beach charts?
Right.
Man,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Exactly.
And it's cool. The cool thing about it is, it seems that our music it has no color boundaries. It has no age boundaries. Because I have a little kid that comes through the neighborhood singing Sugar Shack.
Oh, yeah,
And so
definitely.
I'll stand on the porch. She's like, "Hey, Sugar Shack, man." I'm like, "You're 3 years old. What do you know?"
That's
So,
great.
but it's cool, and it's
Yeah.
good, clean stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
No explicit lyrics on the product at all.
Yeah.
And we just try and do something to make people have a good time.
Wayne, what's your favorite part of this? Is it the process of putting the song together, the album together, performing live? What's your favorite part?
I think it's a little bit of everything, all that you just said, but hanging out with these guys, man, it's been a pleasure.
Oh,
We've been
yeah.
knowing each other forever,
Yeah.
so when we practice, man, it's a great thing. I enjoy practice as much as I enjoy anything else,
Yeah.
Right.
Is it one of those
Camaraderie.
things you practice for an hour and then rip each other for an hour?
Yeah,
Get each other-
somewhat.
Yeah.
Talk about the
Yeah.
Heat series. or
There it
whatever.
is, there it
There you
is.
go.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's part of it. That camaraderie. You could tell the groups and the bands that are out there, the ones that stay together, that are long lasting, they have that camaraderie, and the ones that don't last are the ones that don't. They might
Right.
have
Right.
talent, but
That's right.
sometimes it takes that continuity as well.
That's right,
Exactly,
because when it
exactly.
all gets down to it, it's based on the people you're with.
Yeah.
The
Right.
music and all that stuff, all fine and dandy, is good, but when it comes down to relationships, because when we lost one of our good friends, we had all been apart for a while.
Yeah.
And then you
Right.
start realizing, what is all of this?
Yeah.
When it gets down to it, all
Yeah.
it boils down to is, here's my friend, here are the people I know,
Yeah.
here are the people I care about, and let's keep it moving.
And when you
Yeah.
go on the road, you got when you're going on the road, you got to get along.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you do.
Yeah, you
It
do.
Yeah.
shows. It
Yeah,
shows
you
when
do.
you're stuck in
And
a
we
bus
don't,
with somebody.
and we don't get along all the time.
not all the time.
So
No,
we're not
no.
gonna lie and say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, even if you disagree,
Right.
At the end of the day.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we're friends.
And it all comes back to the
And
music.
it comes
Exactly.
back to
Always.
the music.
Exactly.
Comes back to the Sugar Shack.
Well, how did
Yeah.
Sugar Shack come about? Tell me about that.
we were trying to do something that would appeal to the old school, that we would like, and our parents would like.
Yeah.
And that's where it all came about. And
Alan, how did the name come about?
Well, that's kind of funny. He on his way to rehearsal, matter of fact, and Nelson, and he passed his old shack on the way, and when he came in about it, he was saying, well, that Sugar Shack.
Yeah, I got this
got
idea.
the idea about the Sugar Shack.
Yeah.
And Curtis came up with a bass line, and I was, matter of fact, we had a drum at the time, so I was on the drum machine and
Yeah.
got the beat going, and Wayne picked in on it, and Nelson started pulling out lyrics, and it just gelled together.
It's amazing how that works. That's the
Yeah.
part that it would be neat for fans to see, is that
Right.
process of,
Correct.
let's just start
How-
playing the guitar.
yeah.
I watched somebody one time in our studios at the radio station just start playing the guitar. He was doing a commercial for somebody.
Okay.
We just started playing the guitar
Right.
and just starts coming up with all this stuff, and it was kind of neat to watch the
Right.
thought process that goes into it.
Correct.
And it's even more. It would be even more dynamic with the whole group. With the whole group
Right.
trying to do that at one
Because
time.
we're working with other artists. We have a lady by the name of Candy Jones we're working with, Jerome the Entertainer, we're working with him, and we're working with Dana Weidman, who's also was a co-host with the morning radio show.
Yeah.
She's got a record that's being released in a couple of weeks.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're just trying to create something locally that we can create a buzz and maybe have a national scale come through
Yeah.
and look at this type of music.
You use the hit song to kind of
To launch everything.
spread it a
That's
little bit.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Lady Antebellum is rocking big
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
And that's inspirational to me.
Yeah, right.
To let because a lot of people think if you're in this town, things can't happen,
Yeah.
and it's not true.
Well, yeah, from James Brown to Lady
Oh,
Gaga
yeah.
That's right.
That's
to,
right.
to,
That's right.
to the Klass Band
There it
Brotherhood.
is.
To the
There you
Brotherhood.
go.
There
There
it
you go. Yeah.
Now the album is
Out
going
of
to
the
be
Shadow of
available.
Soul.
iTunes.
iTunes,
Amazon.
Amazon.com, and the local like Pyramid Music and
Yeah.
more. So, but you can get it anywhere.
Yeah, go
Right.
knock on the doors. Hey, call the radio stations, knocking on the
Yeah.
doors of the music place, tell them that you want to get the album, and I'm sure they'll come up with a way to get it for you. But also available on iTunes and Amazon.com as well. Now the show is Friday at Sky City.
Sky
Friday.
City.
Right.
That's right. This Friday. It's a Prince time tribute.
Yeah.
Also incorporating some of our own stuff. We have a band that's going to guest with us, ATL Dream Vision. They'll be on the show as well. But it's going to be a
That's
lot
gonna
of
be fun. That's
Yeah.
gonna be,
Oh, yeah.
that's gonna be a lot of fun for
Yeah.
folks
Lot
my
of
age
fun.
that grew
And
up
look, and
listening.
Cher
Lot of
Best,
fun.
Cher Best is going to come and host it.
Oh, there you
So,
go.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
it's going to be packed,
Right.
It'll be a good night.
fun, good night.
All right, well, Sky City Friday, but also don't forget you can get the album Out of the Shadow of Soul, Amazon.com, also through iTunes, or you can, like I said, knock Pyramid Music or some of the local music stores, go in and tell them you want the Klass Band Brotherhood, and they'll take care of it. The big hit
Right.
is Sugar Shack.
Wanna go
You got
back.
to hear it a little earlier in the show, so definitely go get the record. But great to meet you guys.
Hey, thank you.
Nelson, Wayne,
Thank you.
Alan, thank you
Nice.
guys so much for being here. Hey, can we get the other guy? You guys come. I'm sure she doesn't mind. You guys come on up. Let's at least get them by. Come,
Yeah.
can you slide behind the guys and we'll introduce all of you and want
Hello,
to get.
Curtis.
We got Curtis Knight coming in the blue hat.
Yeah.
He's the bass. Curtis, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. And Derek Thomas as well. We thank you guys. Continue success,
Thank you.
and we
Right.
wish you a lot of luck. I'm looking forward to hearing Sugar Shack on a bunch of different radio
Oh, yeah.
stations
Oh, yeah.
soon.
Thank you.
I work in a building with 8 of them. I'm sure a few of them can play your
That's right. Tell us.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, there they are, folks. Klass Band Brotherhood. The big hit is Sugar Shack. Out of the Shadow of Soul is the name of the album. Go out and get it. Support this great local group, and also you can support them Friday. Sky City. They're going to have a great show there. Cher Best's going to kind of MC the event, and you'll get a chance to see, and I'm sure hear Sugar Shack, but also hear their tribute to Time. It's going to be a good show.
Right.
We thank them for being here, guys. Continued success.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man.
Thank you
Thanks
so
so
much.
much.
We'll take a quick break here. More Comcast Connect Live is just around the corner.